So no one knew that Nibiru, the planet of the Anunnaki, was a refugee planet? That's why there's so many different species of extraterrestrials that commingled and mixed to form the first Nibiru tribes. So let's go through the history of Nibiru before they ever came to Earth. Who are the Anunnaki of Nibiru? What color are they? How are they? What do they look like? Well, to get to that, we need to go back in time to when Earth was called Tiamat. And Tiamat was also the name of its reptilian queen, the queen of the constellation of Orion. So we have Earth, Tiamat. When Nibiru, the rogue planet, was coming in for the first time and got caught in our sun's orbit and trapped into our solar system, it was heading for a collision with Tiamat. So the reptilian queen Tiamat and all of her children and all of her population evacuated the planet Tiamat, that is now Earth. And they went to another planet of theirs in the constellation of Orion. This is Orion, okay? So Nibiru comes in, smashes into Tiamat. Tiamat forms into two separate entities, the Moon and Ki. Ki is another name for Earth. And all the other debris that was left over became the hammer bracelet. The hammer bracelet was in fact part of Tiamat, just as the moon was. And this is the history of the celestial gods, the celestial bodies. Once Tiamat and her 60-foot-tall dragon reptilian children and population went to Orion, they all went and distributed themselves in different planets, several mixing and breeding with the Lyrans, Arcturians, people from Sirius B. In fact, they created another hybrid species, which were the first to go and live on Nibiru. Once Nibiru, after thousands and thousands of years, had settled after the collision with Tiamat, this is when hybrid children of the reptilian and other terrestrial beings, they were being treated unfairly. They were kind of like the underdogs. They were cast out because they were neither or of each race. And they weren't accepted from the origin races that they derived from. Sad but true. So the children of these people and these people decide to go live on Nibiru. And the people that came here, some were red, some were blue, others were green, several had feline features. Long story short, Nibiru was founded by an interracial species. None of them looked alike. None of them were the same. You could start a lineage, but if you off and mixed with another type of extraterrestrial species, here you go, creating another hybrid. So now you have all of these refugees here on Nibiru. And what do? They start forming tribes. There are tribes all over the planet, right? Then, as all other civilizations, these tribes start warring with each other. The next step was that some tribes united to create an alliance. And here we have the alliance of North and South. And this was the huge battle of Nibiru between North and South. And this is the origin story of how they populated Nibiru and what race the Nibirians are. As I've said previously, a lot of the depictions that we find in the movie Guardians of the Galaxies coincides exactly with the description of these populations. In fact, I think that the movie in general got inspiration from all of these ancient stories because it's just identical. Now, if you'd like to know the story of the planet after this, start in this playlist from episode 1. History on Nibiru Explained.